Hey Gecko and Isopod fans, this is Wally Kern. I went to a show recently and only picked up one item. Actually, I didn't even buy it. Somebody gave it to me and you're going to see what it is in just a moment. This video is brought to you by my super amazing wife, Nanette. This video wouldn't happen without Nanette. I hurt my back yesterday. I dumped a whole container of crickets and I had to catch them all, bent down, bending all kinds of different ways. My back is kind of cranky today. So Nanette's taken over. She's set up the shop here. She's brought up all the supplies. We're going to put this animal away and I'm going to show you how we're going to set them up. What's the animal? Well, I work with a lot of different bugs. I work with mealworms, crickets, isopods, just everything under the sun. A lot of feeder bugs, peanut beetles, bean beetles, flower beetles. Well, I have a lot of different dubias, of course dubias. I have a lot of different feeder bugs, and somebody thought instead of crickets, this would be a great substitute for going out and getting thousands and thousands and thousands of crickets every single week, every other week. Let's take a look at this animal. These are red goblins, and let me go ahead and show a little bit of a closer picture with these, and they're very fast and they're very light sensitive. So we're probably not going to get a really close look at these, but these are red goblin roaches. And I know that that sounds really crazy, but this is supposed to be a substitute for crickets. They're supposed to breed really quick. They're not supposed to climb, at least the juveniles. So I have a lot of really small geckos, and we're going to try these out and see how they do. We probably will set these up and not harvest for 2 or 3 or 4 months to get a really good size breeding colony, and then I'll start going in and harvesting. The babies are supposed to be really super small and perfect for very small geckos. I'm going to show you how we're going to set these up. This is a 12 quart bin, lots of ventilation holes. We have a top that has 2 more ventilation holes. Let's go ahead and get the substrate, and Nanette's handing me everything because I can't bend over. So we're going to go with jungle mix. I'm going to put probably about 5 cups of jungle mix in this container. I'll probably spill it all over the table. We're going to go ahead with some dirt and probably put 4 or 5 cups of dirt in there. Thank you, Nanette. Mix it really well. I'm going to put it up to, but not quite as high as the ventilation in here, and we'll show you a picture before we're done of this whole setup. Mix it really well. The next step is we're going to throw some leaves in, some decaying wood, and I know what you're saying already. Wally, isn't this exactly like an isopod container? I think it's pretty close. Okay, let's make some noise here. I'm going to grab the leaves. I'm going to throw them just all over the place. I'm not going to have the isopod wet and dry area per se. So the leaves have gone in. Let me grab some sphagnum moss. Nanette, you've got the sphagnum moss handy here. And I'm just grabbing a handful. It's not super important how much. And I'm putting the sphagnum moss. What's the sphagnum moss going to do? Well, it's going to maintain a humid area. There we go. And our last step here, well, not our last step, we need some water. Thank you, Nanette. Nanette's handing me everything from afar. And I'm just going to dump some water into this mixture. See if I can get a view of that. There we go. I do want to maintain, again, like the isopods, I want to maintain about a 25 to 30% moist area. Are all of these important for the red goblins? I don't know. I really don't know. I think they are. But we're going to find out, aren't we? We're going to run this for a few months and we'll see if it works. I'm tearing up, I'm sure that's great for the mic, I'm tearing up egg carton. I'm going to throw some pieces of egg carton because they like to, from what I understand, what I've read online, which isn't a lot. Not a lot of videos out there. The videos that are out there are just of these animals eating, and I want more information on these than just that. And certainly not a lot of information on the web. I'll probably go to Google Scholar after this and do a little bit more research. So we have our substrate set. We have the sphagnum moss, the leaves, the decaying wood. We have the egg carton. Last thing I'm going to put in here just to keep everything set. Gosh, you slid that across the table, Nanette, just like a bartender would slide a beer to me. Yeah. And I caught it, and the beer didn't slide off the table this time. So, again, this is great for the mic that I'm wearing on my shirt, but I have a container of springtails. I'm going to throw that in there. Food. We're going to feed these probably just like we do our dubias with a chick feed, and we'll throw in vegetables in here, zucchini, pumpkin, firmer vegetables like that, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, now time for the Red Goblins, and I'm simply going to just add them to the culture. You can see these are not very big roaches per se, but their babies are super small, and I think that that's going to work perfect for our baby geckos. And we have a mix of about 20 to 24, 25. And I did mention this before, but these came from Paul. Paul's Pills gave me these to try out. I'm really excited about them. I'm sure these are going to work for us. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button if you haven't already. We'll see you next video.